All right, I'm back, folks. Hopefully, we got everything cleared up. But once again, my name is Chris B. Daniels, and you are on World Rule Talk. So, let's bring in my guest, shall we? One second. All right. Got my first guest once again, but this time, my brother-in-law, two guests. So now, just wait for you. Give me a minute. Oh, okay.
What's going on?
There we go.
We're breaking down. Everybody coming in.
What's
Yeah.
up? What's up? What's up? My
What up,
brothers,
bros?
what's up, man?
What's up, man?
What's going on?
Chilling.
So, let's talk about it.
Talk about it.
All right, so
Go ahead and start it off, Chris.
and I would like to introduce my guest. So once again, we
I can't hear you, Chris.
got Cameron Best and Robert Preston. How y'all doing,
We're
Yeah,
good.
I'm fantastic, man. Fantastic, man. You know, trying to chase dreams. You know.
All right, we're going to get right to it, right down to my first question. All right, so first question: what made you enter into the type of field that you're into now? We're going to start with you.
Hey, Chris, we can't hear you,
I
man.
can't hear that. What did you say?
Hold on. It is on.
You got to turn the valve up, man.
Cut your camera. Turn the phone. You not turn it up?
I mean, my body's all the way up.
I can't hear anything.
I can hear you, but a little bit. You just a little faded. Look, just
Like, we can hear you, but it's super low.
Yeah, that's how it is on my. I'm not sure what I said. The point is, I'm pretty loud. So,
Sydney, yours is coming in like way later than mine. Like it's not time.
all right.
I can't hear nothing.
You know what? Y'all got.
can everybody else hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear Cameron. I can hear Cameron and I can hear Q. I just can't hear you, Chris.
You guys got.
Say what?
Chris, you the only person I can't hear. I can hear everybody else.
Maybe if you put your earphones in, you can probably hear a little better. I'm not sure why.
Do you got your buds in?
I'm about to try it out.
Yeah, try to put yours on, see what happens.
Yeah, you got to speak more into the microphone.
Nigga just froze.
Yeah.
He was so low, he froze.
I'm ready to talk about it, man. Let's
He
talk
was like,
about
Let's see what I.
it. Let's get on here and talk about it, man. What we need to discuss, man. I'm ready to discuss what we need to discuss.
Let me see if I can put my buds on.
Oh yeah, he froze all the way.
All right, so. Thank you.
Yeah, can't hear you, man.
Chris. Still can't hear you.
You might want to just hop on the cellular device like we is.
Yeah, that would get you. Yeah.
Okay.
Nope.
It's in and out.
All right, so I'm gonna bring.
There you go.
In the same video, and then bring it.
Okay, that might work.
All right.
I would not. You don't got to stop it. Camera to Q leave the group. leave the chat and then come in there with you.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's all they got to do is just leave.
So you want us to hop off?
Yeah, Q and Cameron, y'all leave and then just go in the room with Chris.
Yeah, he can. Matter of fact, yeah.
All right, Chris, say something now, Chris.
Can y'all still hear me?
Yeah. See, now we can hear you better. It might be the fact that you got too many people.
He got a computer. Now he just got his computer probably.
Oh, are you on your computer?
Yeah, I'm on my phone, so that's why you can hear me a lot better. He on his computer.
I'm back
so
in.
his value can't hear us like that. So you gonna
Got you.
Chris,
you might have to turn your mic up. Can you turn your mic up on your laptop?
Either that or hop on the phone.
No,
you on your phone?
He on his phone. He on his phone in my room.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here, yo.
Oh yeah, we can hear you better now.
We can hear you now.
That's a lot better.
All right. I guess we'll go in. Y'all ready?
This nigga got notes.
Huh?
Yeah, we can hear you.
So first question. What made you enter into the type of work that you do? We're going to start with you.
To be honest with you, it wasn't a profession that I decided to go into. It's just the fact of I needed income, and I decided that the way to make income, I honestly and genuinely like hands-on anything. So I just chose what profession I could get into where I can have my hands on tools and fix stuff. It still ain't really what I want to be in, like fully. I do like maintenance, but I like to go further in my career. I would suggest to anybody that if you like fixing anything, to always start with maintenance, to learn how to like turn a wrench and then you go in that direction. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
The next, we'll go with Rob. You?
It was one of the things. I don't own a business, so as far as my job, it was something that I did when I was in college, and then I just kind of stuck with it this whole time. But I guess my dream job is to help people start businesses. That's my job. That's my dream job. That's what I want to do.
Okay.
Especially, but I want to focus on high schoolers and college kids. Like these kids that got these good ideas, but don't know how to bring it to light and make, you know what I'm saying, be able to make money from their ideas. That's what I want to do. I want to be the guy that helps them figure out the mechanics, you know what I'm saying, to be able to build what they want to build.
That makes sense. And it might not make sense to a lot of people, but what you just said actually makes sense to a person that like want to be in that field to help a person out. Like I get where you coming from with that. It's just like that they may be trying to go in a direction, but don't really fully know how to do it. You come in there and you show them.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know how to get small business loans. They don't know how to do, get like federal funding. I know how to do all that stuff. You know what I mean? So
it's kind of like a dad coming in to be like, this is what I know, because we grew up, and I don't know about everybody, but if you don't have that father figure there, you just need that father figure to push you, to kind of tell you like, it's an option that you can do. That's why I said what you said make a whole bunch of sense. It's like, it's something that you can do to like further your education or get to something that you honestly don't think you can do, but there's a field for that. Or it's something that we can do to make it go further.
Yeah.
So I get what you're saying.
I agree.
Yeah, I want to be able to, like, okay, I'll give you an example. Let's say you got a high school kid who want to, I don't know, paint cars for a living. All right, that's a business he wants to open. but he don't know where to start at. You know, so I want to be the person where they come to me. All right, we're gonna start from the bottom. We're gonna show you how to do business plans. Once you get your business plan down, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna break down every single thing of what you need. Okay, do you want to get this loan? You want to get this loan? You know what I'm saying? Where do you want your money to come from? Once you figure out where you want your money to come from, then we're gonna talk about licenses and you know everything you need to all of that, everything you need to do to set up your business. That's what I want to do. Like I said, I want to focus mainly on the youth and you know, particularly, you know, the black and brown people. Because we don't have that. You know what I'm saying? We don't have nobody we can go to and, you know, be able to
and the ones that we do have that we look up to die off because we look at rappers that they have the money and they got money from somebody else to have the clout to do it. But it really means more to me, like for just the regular us, the Joes, to actually be able to go out here and just be like, listen, this is what I learned, and I'm willing to, you know what I'm saying, show you what I did learn without saying like I'm a millionaire. But I also own some property. I got something because that's what you initially, at the end of the day, you're trying to do. Leave that property for a kid or somebody who's never even been in that position.
Yeah. I'm trying to make millionaires. That's what I'm trying to do. I mean, I don't want to give away my formula, and this is something that me and Cameron been talking about for a while.
Right.
But we do have a formula, and I don't want to give it away. But you know, like I said, there's a lot of people out there, especially youngsters, that got $1 million ideas but have no clue.
But as long as you give them the stepping stone, though, you might be giving them, you might be taking them there with the stepping stone you giving them.
That's what I want to do. That is what I want my career to be. I want to be able to make money with the people I'm helping to make money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, it's a lot of intelligence out there that they don't even realize it. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, that you just gotta, you know, utilize. And you know, people think that all we give for is rapping and, you know, selling drugs and all that stuff. But if you got the skill
when it's more than that.
To every parent watching this, black and brown parent, it's more to life than basketball, football, rapping. All right. Whatever your child is into, support that. I don't care if they want to play chess professionally for a living. Support that. It is more out here.
And tell them they're the best at it. My stepson loves football, and I know he get it from me. And everything that he do, like Keisha told me yesterday. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say names. My wife was like, the coaches don't like you on the field. I don't care if they don't like me on the field. I support everything he do. I get on that field and I instruct him. Listen, you missed that. You know you better than that. Give them the instructions. Give them like what they need, because these kids don't get that black fatherly love that they should get.
I mean, it's
that's
not
where
even
we come in.
Yeah, for me, it's not even the black fatherly love. It's just the knowledge, you know what I'm saying, the being the cheerleader for your child. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like I'll give you an example, like Mia. You know what I'm saying? My baby, she loves designer stuff. She's a very artsy person. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, she made me this little bracelet out of rubber bands, and I wear it everywhere I go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if she wanted to create
you proud of it though?
Of course. Yeah. If she want to create a business, making rubber bands, making bracelets and rings out of rubber bands, then I'm going to support that. It don't matter what it is. If she feel like that's a business she wants to do, yeah, I'm gonna help her grow that business. That's pretty much what I want to do. I want to be that knowledge that we did get when we was kids. Didn't nobody teach us financial literacy. You know what I'm saying? Nobody taught us about credit and stuff like that. Yes, we girl.
We learn that.
Yeah.
Huh?
All right, Chris, what's your next question?
Because I'm on the call with
I got to get the camera first.
Because I know you got something. I know you got good questions for us.
I got to get the camera.
Hold on. Let me finish this, and you can show me, okay?
What made you into this field that you're into now?
All right, so with me, it was more like, you know, more like you know, I didn't know what I wanted to do, but you know, I like to make money, so you know, that's why I told the lady at the school, I just know I wanted to go to school and work. So it was more like you know, I was moving up here and I was trying to do something for myself,
Mia,
and I ain't know what, so I was
what
trying
are
to
you
find
doing?
myself,
Please
and
put that
you
back
know,
up there.
and then the lady just told me to go for, you know, heating and cooling. So I was like, all right, let me, you know. So then next thing you know, I
Mia,
started getting A's. You know, I
put that
see
up.
the A.
Stop.
You know,
Put it back
next thing
up.
after I
You
seen
wait
some
this
A, then
whole
they
time and
started,
want to
you
do
know,
that while I'm on the phone.
telling me about, you
Put
know,
that up
the
there.
money that can be made from it, and that was, you know, that's all, you know, that was it. So basically, I was just, you
Put the
know,
bees back up
trying
there.
to find myself. Basically, I just landed. You know, you know,
Thank
this is, I landed in something that I'm made to do. You know, heating and cooling. I'm made to do that. You know, so I just
How
landed
do you
basically.
Let me finish this.
how do you
I get to it.
and
Okay.
this is something I've always wondered, like not just being a manager, but to own, operate, and
Did
have
you
a
get your
business
bracelet?
just pretty much running off of
You
your
like it?
name.
Huh?
How does that make you feel knowing that you employ people, you can be able to pay those people comfortably and sleep at night knowing that, you know, it ain't gonna be no downside to it.
I mean, shoot,
Like for Heroes Heating and Cooling, that's a brand that was made. And if anybody that's on here that's getting on here, Heroes Heating and Cooling is a brand that you can
That's
honestly
Heroes and
go
Heat and
to.
Cooling.
I'm gonna put it out there. That's a brand you can go to. You want your service done, and these people
yeah,
actually care about you. So, Cameron, my question
yeah.
to you with that, with what your brother was saying, like, how did you not only didn't know that, but how are you keeping it running as a family member, as somebody that's trying to keep a family business going?
Shoot, that's pretty much my why, man. You know, it's like you gotta have a why. If it was just about me, I would have been said, you know, all everything that come with it, I would have been gave it up, man, if it was only about me. But that's what motivates me, man, knowing that, you know, I can provide, you know, and my bringing on family members and knowing that, you know, we pretty much got something that's gonna be here and we can
It's
bring people
solid.
in. Yeah, and it's just, you know, basically taking care of everybody, man. That's like my get up and go, man. That's like, you know, that's why I keep going, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like that made me feel like, you know, I gotta, you know, I gotta do this. I gotta, you know, grow this more because, you know, it's just like it's bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? It ain't
Yeah.
about me, man.
Yeah.
You know, it definitely benefit. I'm benefiting off of it, definitely, man. And I definitely appreciate, you know, the lifestyle that it created, but you know, it's bigger than me, man. It's like, you know, just everything that it that plants from it, you know, that we able to do, like, you know, starting another business and then just kind of just the things that I done did in the past, just the people I done helped and, you know,
Uh huh.
you know, being able to help my loved ones, man. Like that's my biggest why. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
why I do it, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just because like just the ability to do that, man. Just, you know, just coming from where we come from, man. We come from nothing, man. So
We come
just
from
like
Right.
being
yeah,
asked something
under the bucket.
for everybody.
A lot of
So,
people come from the bottom. We come from under the bucket.
so Chris, I
Yeah.
know your next question is going to be the follow up to that.
Well, the next question, because I'm, jump back and forth between business and credit. It's really not in order, so you know what I mean. The next question is kind of an important one too. I'm pretty sure all three know. So, what are some of the things that could affect your credit score, positive or negative? This time, we'll let Cameron have the floor first.
All right. So with credit score, I mean it depends. So one thing that can affect your credit score is debt to ratio. You know, just kind of have,
Mm-hmm.
you know, more debt than what you know make, and that's pretty much like your debt is maxed out. But it can affect your credit, but it depends though, because sometimes you can have your stuff maxed out, but if you're using it for business, then it be like fluctuating and everything. That's why you really want to get everything. If you got a business, you want to get everything under your business name. So it's not pretty much affecting your personal score. So when you go
Mm-hmm.
something, they won't be like, okay, well, he got all this debt on him, but that's debt for the business, you know what I'm saying? But if you have to use your personal name, that can affect you. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. So sometimes you like, hey, if I gotta use my personal name, then you just gotta do that to get pumping, and then and then build yourself up, and then you can, get a relationship with the bank or somebody, and then, get that business credit. So it's pretty much just like bad credit is cars, finance stuff does not make you money. If you got credit and you finance and stuff and it's just not making you money and it's the value going down and you paying on it and you paying interest on something that's not making you money and decreasing in value, so you can't even sell it and get your money back. That's bad
Mm-hmm.
at that. But sometimes, hey, we like to get good stuff, so that's
But Cameron, you coming from the business aspect. If we talk about just a normal person, all right, normal people don't got the money to just go out and, you know what I'm saying, buy stuff, or they're not using their credit to make money. They use their credit to be able to get the stuff that they need. You know what I mean?
oh yeah.
Now
Well,
you can abuse your credit. You know what I mean? Like Cameron said, it's like exercising. Like we was talking about the last time, right? Exercising to lose weight, you want to burn more calories than you taking in, right? Same
yeah,
thing with credit. You want to be able to have more money to spend than what you owe. You understand
yeah.
what I'm saying?
And then just
Uh,
yeah, just and I'm gonna add on to that. So let's say with credit, let's say good debt is basically like, let's say you got something that you owe on, but you can afford to make that payment and make money on top of that with borrowing money. So let's say you borrow 30,000-40,000, but the payments is what 500. I'm just throwing out numbers. Let's say 1,000 a month, but off that 30,000-40,000, you producing 5+ a month, and you paying 1,000 back. So that's good. That over time it'll pay itself off, and once it's paid off, you keep that 1,000. Now you make it. You know what I'm saying? You already been making money off of it. Now you don't owe anybody. Then you can turn around and use that for something else and do it again. So that's how you do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got debt, but you making money off of it. If you can afford to make that payment and then have a different, you can make money on top of that payment. That's good, because eventually it'll pay it. If you keep making a payment on time, making money off of it, that payment
So
gonna get paid off. So
that's a topic that we should actually put to the side, like a
yeah,
business.
yeah,
Because see,
that's more
I get
business.
what
That's
I
that's
get
more
what Rob
business
coming
oriented.
from. Rob coming
Yeah, we
from
talk
the
about just like normal. Okay, look, like you and Q, y'all
everyday.
have y'all businesses. I don't have a business,
yeah,
so I only can speak from the normal blue collar Joe.
yeah,
You know what I mean? As
yeah.
far
That,
as
Right,
that,
right.
that's
credit,
what
you
I'm
know what I
saying.
mean?
Even with
Yeah,
the normal person, that's what I'm saying to a normal person. Don't go. That's what's gonna put you behind. You go. I mean, sometimes you gotta finance the car because you need transportation to move. So
exactly.
that's important. You know what I'm saying? That's important. You can't, if you don't got the money to buy it,
Yeah,
you don't want to buy a $2,000-3,000 car, then be putting money into repairs. That's versus
yeah.
getting financing something, and then you ain't gotta worry about spit. So that's
So
that's
basically, Chris, you need to take that question, tweak it just a tad, and then just use that for another session.
Yeah. But I
Because
mean, we can.
those are two different. That's
Yeah,
a touchy topic when you
yeah. It's like a
like.
thin line. Yeah,
Because when I think about it, I'm thinking about it the way Rob thinking about it. Like,
yeah,
like, all right, my credit score might be like 720. You know what I'm saying?
that's
But I'm looking at it as I might just need to
but
get a
hold on,
roof
hold on, hold on.
done.
From the way I'm talking about it can lead into what Cameron is talking about. You know what I mean?
What?
So like
That's why I said you got to tweak
yeah,
it.
let's say I want to start a business, right? But my credit is trash, right?
okay.
Just stick with me.
Yeah,
So let's say my credit is out of 516, right? So in order to get the lowest business loan, you need at least I'm just throwing it out, just random whatever. You need like a 630, right? So the way I'm kind of would attack it can lead into what Cameron is talking about. It's like
Right,
steps. You feel what I'm saying?
right.
oh yeah,
So
I
like the
got you. I
first
got you.
step, yeah.
Talking
But
about
as a
building your
normal
credit.
person,
Got
yeah, as a normal person, regular person, non-business owner, uh, things that can help your credit would be one, credit cards, right? Credit cards and, you know, having like control over those, right? So you, at the minimum, the bare minimum, you want to have at least $25,000 worth of credit. That's that's the lowest of the low. You want to use, if you have, let's say you have 5 different cards, each one has 5,000, all right? It's 25,000. You want to use one card, all right? You want to use what you can pay the next pay period, all right? So that keeps your credit usage in the 0 to 5%, which every month is going to give you points on your credit.
So
score,
basically,
you know
you're going off of the utilization system, because if you're going off of utilization, you want to
Yes,
stay up
sir.
under 30% when
Yeah,
you do
yeah, that
utilization.
30%. Yeah.
But yeah, 30% is good, but I always try to keep it between,
I
me
know about
personally,
that.
I try to keep it from 0, in between the 0 and 10. See, the more you have, the lower your utilization will be. So like if you had 2 credit cards, let's say 2 credit cards, you had 10,000 and you use 5,000, that's 50% utilization, right?
Uh-huh.
So that is bad. That is
It's
real
going to
bad.
drop your credit score like
Yeah,
that.
exactly. If you have 25,000 and you use 5,000, if you use the same amount, that drops
Then,
your credit utilization, which gives you more points on your credit. And then just a side note for every single parent watching this, if you have credit cards, put your children on your credit cards. This is called piggybacking.
Yeah.
What that is going to do is
That's
establish credit for your children. As your credit score goes up, their credit score goes up. If your credit score drops, it will not affect them. All right. So this is a good way to start your children out early. So
but hold on.
yeah,
Because what you just said is something that I didn't know. Piggybacking.
piggybacking. So like
So
right now,
put the
you can
key,
go
because that's
put,
something I need to talk to Keisha about.
yeah. So you could put Malia, Marion, all the girls, Marion, you can put them all on your credit cards. As your score goes up, their score will go up. This establishes credit. This establishes lines of credit. If your score just happens to drop by whatever, it will not affect their score. You see
That
what I'm
is
saying?
intelligent.
So
I don't know what.
by the time they are 18, they grown women and grown men, they will have established
They
credit
already.
and they will have a leg up. Right? They'll be able to go out here and get what they need. You know what I'm saying?
Why they don't tell us this? Why is this not on the
Hey,
news?
give me
Like,
one
what?
second, guys. I'll be right back. Give me one second.
Why am I learning this on
Because see, here's the
this
thing, man.
podcast? Like, I never ever knew that.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. I don't want to offend anybody of the non-melanated group when I say this that's watching this, but they don't want us to know this stuff. They want us to go out here and spend our money. You see what I'm saying? The more money that comes into
our parents could have did this for us. Like, we could
they
have
didn't
been
know.
good.
They didn't know. You know what I'm saying? They didn't know. See, I keep myself around, you know, non-melanated people that know this stuff. I learn from them. See what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
So when I learn this stuff, I can come back and tell the people I know. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
So all right. So how have you done it? Do you have
what
do you do it to your bank?
No, you just go on your credit card, like your information. Well, okay, I'll give you an example. So with my Chase card, right? I have a few cards. So with Chase, I go onto the app, I put her name, social security number. That's it. As a user. That establishes a line of credit for her. Even though she'll never use it and can't use it, but it still establishes that line of credit.
Okay.
Yeah. So when she get old enough to get out here, get a job or whatever, that she got to go do something to run her credit gonna be good. It's gonna be high.
Yeah.
Rob, you actually need to have a section for this alone.
I mean,
like,
you know, I'm in school, man. I'm going for business.
For real, you need to. Y'all need to actually, between you and Chris, have a section to actually teach Black, brown, or white people this. Because that's actually like some powerful information that is not given, that should be given to us, because that's actually power.
See,
There's so much stuff that
and we
I've
always
learned.
say, like, you know, sticking together is supposed to be power. What you just said is power
Yeah,
in itself,
exactly.
to actually have that, to be able to pass it down to our kids. That's real, man.
What's that, Chris? I can't hear you.
So, Q, I'll give you the floor, but are y'all ready to move on to the next question?
Oh yeah. Well, let me
I'm
finish with the
sorry,
credit
we
thing.
done took
Let
over
me.
the whole thing. I'm sorry.
Oh, fault, Chris. Let me finish with the credit thing. So, things that are bad for your credit, of course, get things using your credit, not paying it. I mean, that's a duh. Not having credit is worse than bad credit.
Mhm.
No established credit. Even if you have to get a unsecured credit card, which means it's like a debit card, you put your own money on it, and as you use it, it builds your credit score. All right, so you can get a secured credit card, which means they give you the money. You know what I mean? You got to start somewhere, but my word of advice is get as many lines of credit as you can. Get those
Yeah.
cards, tear them up if you got to. Use one card, get gas, pay it off. And another thing, as soon as you use your card, try to pay it off within at least a week or 2 weeks at the max. Because what happens is when you go through a cycle, a credit cycle, you have to pay interest. All right. So this is how I got my credit up. I use mine for gas every 2 weeks. And I would pay that off, right? I spend 25, I pay 25. If you pay it before the end of the cycle, you will not be charged interest, right? So you pay what you owe, right? Do not use a credit card and just let it go on and on and on. Now, sometimes you might have to, because I do it. You know what I mean? But my credit score is pretty high, so I can afford to do it. And I worked hard to get it to where it's at. My score started at 516, and I'm right at 800. You know what I mean? So these are things that I learned that I put in place to be able to get my credit to where it is. You know what I mean? So other things that are bad for your credit, not having credit is worse than bad credit. Getting things in your name and not paying for it, always bad. What else? I mean, that's really it. I mean, that's like the fundamentals of, you know, messing up your credit. Oh yeah.
The one-on-ones.
Do not, I mean, I can't tell you what to do, but do not get things in your name for other people unless you trust them. I
No,
have got things in my name for people and
I
have
don't care.
been burnt.
Trust me. I
Yeah.
still want nothing going to my name. Go. I give you the money before I do that. I'd rather give money so you can build.
In this world, your credit is your face. A
Yeah,
lot of people don't care if you got the money to pay for something. If your credit ain't good, they might not fool with you. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
yeah,
depending on the type of business they are. You know what I mean? But you can go buy a car that's 30,000 and have 20,000. If your credit is trash, they're not gonna fool with you like that. They're gonna want more than what you got. Trust me, a good credit score is your face. It's what you need. You know what I mean? It's like the
yeah,
pass. It's the pass to get to where you
yeah,
need to go.
yeah,
You feel me?
yeah.
God, I'm gonna put that stick up there, Malia, because if you scratch that wall, your mama's gonna be upset.
With your credit score, man, and you know, like I said, that's pretty much, or just your credit in general. I won't even necessarily say your score, because your score can fluctuate, because it can look bad at one point, but credit, you can just have all your cards maxed out and using them right now. Once you pay it off, your score shoot back up. So
Shoot
just,
right back up.
So
yes,
is that, Chris?
score.
Is that gonna be your follow-up question?
I wouldn't necessarily. I look at like your utilization, like you know, getting your credit ran and you know, and then late payments and stuff. That stuff is gonna mess your credit up. But as far as like maxing stuff out, as long as you pay it off, and then, you know, let's say you max out, then you pay it off, it can go from here to here as soon as you pay it off. So it's just like, you know, that's why you want to put stuff, well, depending on what you're using it for, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's why, like, you don't want other stuff that won't really mess up your score. It's just temporarily, but permanently is like late payments and not paying stuff and stuff like that
Yeah.
and getting your credit ran
Yeah.
a lot of
And
stuff.
I'm glad you said that. So there's two different. I'm sorry, Chris, and I know you're ready to go to the next question. Just give me a couple more minutes.
Chris,
All right,
look,
so
dang
you have two types of pools. Right? I just want to go into what Cameron was saying as far as get your credit ran. Don't be scared to get your credit ran. Do not do it all the time. Try to limit it to 2 times a year. All right. You have what's called a hard pool, and you have what's called a soft pool. Right. So a hard pool would be for like loans, credit cards, stuff like that, like the big stuff. The soft pools would be more for like in-store cars, like the little BS, that you have to try to get, you know what I mean, that you might need. So don't be scared to get your credit ran. Just try to limit it to twice a year, because if you get 2 hard pools, it's gonna hit you hard. But over time, it'll go back up. Credit score always fluctuate, right? And then another thing for those people that are in school and out of school, those student loan payments, it will mess with your credit, but do not be bothered by it, all right? As long as you get on a payment plan, you fine. Medical bills. Everybody got medical bills. We'll have them eventually. Don't worry about it, because people
the medical
that run your
bills,
credit,
Pay them though.
they don't worry about medical bills.
I don't care if the bill is $10. Pay it, because if you don't pay it, they will put it on your credit. And after that,
but people that are looking that run your credit, like you go get a car, people's running your credit. If you have doctor bills on it, they don't care about those.
They don't care about medical bills
They don't
at
care
all.
about medical bills. Now,
But
I'm gonna tell you this: legally, I don't know if people know this, but legally, medical bills are not supposed to appear on your credit score. Everybody
Don't
did like
supposed
this.
to. That's why I don't know about care about it, but it's the truth though.
Legally, medical bill, I'm gonna say it one more time. Legally, by law, medical bills are not supposed to appear on your credit report. And there is a way you can get them removed. Now, I'm with Cameron. If you got medical bills, pay it. I don't care if you pay, like you said, $10. But legally, they are not supposed to appear on your credit report at all.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that's hidden.
Chris, jot that down. Jot that down that your brother said that, because that's a segment that need to happen.
Yeah. There's a way to get those off of there.
Yeah.
So two things to remember. Do not let two things to remember to not let bother you when you're going to get your credit ran is student loans and medical bills. Those two things they don't really care. People don't really care too much about. It's more like bills, like light bill, credit card bill, car notes, mortgages, rent. Anything that you are continuously paying on, if you're late, they look at stuff like that because they want to know, am I going to get my money? You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hospital bills or medical bills, student loans, they know those are things that are there. People are going to have them. You know what I'm saying? So don't sweat it. Don't sweat it. Because I got one on my credit report right now. They might not see that money no time soon. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying. My joy is almost 800. So
I see you when I see you.
I ain't even front. If y'all watching this, I don't know when you gonna get it. You might not get it. I'm just saying. But you know what?
Robert,
I don't let that
you
stop
may
me.
not get your shit.
Exactly. But I still get what I need if I need to use my credit. You feel me?
Right. Makes sense.
Yeah. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah.
I said y'all pretty much answered my third question.
I knew that was coming. I'm like, it's a follow-up question. We might have messed that up.
Now I was going to say, what is good credit versus bad credit? You know what I mean? Everybody.
And he just answered that.
Yeah.
So we'll move on to question 4. And this question pertains to Q and Cameron. You know what I mean? So in the fields that y'all guys are in, we'll start with you, Cameron. What was the process to getting to where you are now? You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like as far as school, the training, everything like that. Just in
Cameron's
case
part of the
somebody,
Illuminati.
you know what I mean?
yeah.
He got a star on the fist.
Man, I,
They
man,
issue out shirts with teddy bears on.
man,
I'm messing.
it,
Nah, go
it,
ahead.
it,
I'm messing with you. Go ahead.
it was a long, journey. It's basically like the process for me was, I mean, it depends to get into what I'm doing. It depends. Like, you don't have to take the route I took, but I took a route. It was just, it was a different route for me just because the way I was coming into it. But the process I went through was, just kind of, I had to get the skill first, got my degree, and then just learn how to talk to people. So that once I learned how to talk to people, that was like, it was it from there. Like once I realized like my potential and like just being able to, network and build relationships with people and just kind of that after that, then it was pretty much from there. That's when I learned like my true potential. Once I learned that, then I got just pretty much trying to get with the company and then learn the trade at the school. Once I learned the trade at the school, then I started the company and just went out there and joined different networking groups. Started networking. I joined a group called B&I, and now just meeting different people and building relationships. So that's been my biggest win, is just like being able to network and build the relationships. Because a lot of people that I met along the way that helped me out, and just the connections I made, it just set the foundation for everything that's going on now. Because it's just like being able to network is like powerful. Being able to meet somebody that's pretty much like you never met before in your life, and then boom, you make a connection. And after that, I mean, you guys can, it don't no telling what can happen after that. That's how I always look at somebody. I don't, if I meet somebody and then I can just kind of read you within that first 2 minutes. If I can read somebody and I say, hey, we can do something together, hey, let's do it. That's kind of how I'm not scared to take chances. So that's kind of how I got to where I'm at. I ain't scared to, try something and fail. I ain't scared to fail. So if I fail, I'm getting back up. Whatever it takes, nobody can, I look at it like you can't stop me. So I don't care if I get, lose. I don't care if I lose everything.
You're always gonna fail regardless. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna fail, and there's nothing wrong with failing. Failure is a lesson.
That's why
Failure was a lesson.
he said one thing that was very important, because I've never even got to Cameron part in life, but he said I'm not scared to fail. And that's the same as saying I'm willing to get back up, because you are 100% right, Rob. You gonna fail.
Yeah.
You're gonna find a point where you just be like, and I say it all the time, just be like, I put my head down. But I lift my head back up and be like, nah, I've been here before. Because it may not be that what I'm going through right now is what I was going through at a point where I learned how to get through it. It's just the fact that I've been through something before that I know I can do it again, and you're gonna do it again, and you're gonna do it again.
Yeah,
And that's what makes you stronger. Yeah, like everything I do, man. Like, and I get that. I ain't gonna lie, I get that shit from Keish. I'm sorry, Chris. I shouldn't be cussing on your podcast, but
we grow.
My wife teaches me something that's very valuable. If you put your mind to it, stick to it and do it.
Yep.
Exactly.
Ever since I met
I like
teacher,
to take credit.
that's the type of person she is. It's like you go. If I want to do it, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna do it. And she don't be playing. She gonna do it. So I tell myself that. I tell myself that all the time. Like, you know what? I'm gonna do it, because my wife tell me all the time. I said I'm gonna do it. I remember it was one time I told Keisha, I said we ain't. She said she wanted to do something. I said we don't have the money for it. She said yes we do. I said we don't have the money. She said yes we do have the money for it, and we're gonna do it. And she did it.
Yeah,
and she told me this is what I need from you. And I Didn't say nothing. I knew I had to do that. So it's like, don't you can don't set yourself up for failure or think you setting yourself up for failure. When you do something, go full fledged and do it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because succeeding.
If you do it and it don't be 100%, don't worry about it. Just be like, everything I did, look at like the 30% that went wrong and be like, the next time what I'm gonna do is this is where I'm gonna cap off at, and this is how I'm gonna fix this. And the next time I'm gonna do it better than I did it the first time. And then the third time when you do it, and you be like, all right, I knew this, and I messed up here, and I ain't had this right. The third time, fix it.
Yep.
And keep going. Don't never give up on life. Don't never give up on your passion for doing stuff. Your business, even if you don't, because your goal originally is to get out of debt. That's something that a lot of people are not going to tell you.
Yeah.
Being that this whole thing is about debt. I know millionaires, but they're in debt out of their. All of them are.
Fact.
Yeah.
It's a fact.
And if you ask them, they living the best life. If you look at their life, it looks so glamorous, but they in debt so bad.
Yep.
The thing that you want to do, if you have to get in debt to get in that business to do it, is to get yourself out of debt. I'd be so happy even when child support stopped. I was happy because that's debt.
I know that's right, boy. Hey, that's a milestone.
Sorry. As of last week, I don't pay nobody $550 no more.
Ooh,
All for that. Done.
Let me get a soul clap on that, baby.
For real.
Yeah.
Nothing. I'm off for all of that. So cars, everything you can get. A person asked me one time, if you actually hit
500 to tomorrow.
If you hit on the ticket right now, what would you do with it? And you hit for let's say like $1 million. And I told them the honest to God truth.
$1 million ain't a lot of money though.
It's not because they're gonna tax you. You ain't gonna get them about 600,000, 500,000. Everything I would do is the opposite of what everybody else probably would think about. I'm paying my house off, me and my wife's car. Gone. No bills.
Getting out of debt, whatever you owe.
So if I decide I want to go to Chick-fil-A and they close every Sunday, and I want to work Monday through Saturday at Chick-fil-A, guess what? All that money can go to my gas, light bill, water bill, and I have no debt. Because
there you go.
If I don't know about you, but if you get Gmail messages, it tells you, like I got one yesterday, you just paid off 20% of your car. Thank you. Because that ain't nothing when it comes down to $89,000. You paid 10% of your house. I'm like, you know what? It seems like a lot. But when your house is $254,000, it ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's just like debt. That debt to ratio that Cameron's talking about. We have got to get out of debt. We got to learn how to that minimum. That's what Rob said. Don't pay that.
Don't pay the minimum.
We got to get out of that. This is what we're paying. If we can get out of that as quick as possible. If I can hit on the ticket and it's at $100,000, I'll put everything I could down on my house so that my wife, if I go, will not have no worries.
Yeah. Again, and I'm gonna add to that though. Like you said, you go this to get out of, but it'll build. Good debt will build you up to get the cash flow to pay it off. Then you build cash flow off of it.
Right.
Then that's when because once you build that cash flow off, you start paying things off, and then now after you pay it off, you got cash flow. Now you got cash coming in, but that you build off that debt. So it's like it's a good thing to build you up, but once you get up to that point and get that cash flow coming in, use that cash to pay off your debt. Then after that, then you keep your cash. Now you build up off somebody else off of debt, and you don't have it no more. So yeah. So
two things though. One, persistent. You know what I mean? You got to keep going. Even if you want $1 million worth of debt, you got to keep going.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Never stop.
Because you know what?
That's the main
I look
thing.
at it like this. I look at it like this. I mean, you're gonna owe. I mean, that's just life. You know what I'm saying? If you want to if you want to have a comfortable, life, nice house, nice car, you're gonna owe somebody. I don't think there's anybody out there, money
With no debt.
or
Yeah.
not, that don't have debt. You're gonna
Yeah,
have
you-
it, but the
yeah.
goal
It-
is you want to manage it. You want to have more
Manage it.
money in your pocket than
Yeah.
what you paying out. You feel
And
me?
you want to have good debt. You want to have debt that's, like I said, I'm a big believer in good debt. I hate, when like when if you're gonna, like, let's say Home Depot, and when they ask you, do you want a credit card? I'm like no, hell no. Like, if I can't buy clothes with cash, I don't need to be shopping here. I need to go to Walmart.
Well,
If I
I'm
can't
going
come
to
in there,
disagree.
and if I
I'm
had
going
to
to
finance
disagree.
that clothes,
Because, Cameron, you got to look at it like this. Not everybody is in your position financially.
I mean,
right?
I get,
You got,
Okay,
I get
now,
that.
because we thinking from
right.
the regular person standpoint. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I see where you coming from. You coming from the person that has the business. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've experienced that.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of people out there that are in the position that you are in. So if you thinking from just like I said, my position, just a regular person, you know what I
they
mean?
ain't
Like,
thinking like
sometimes,
that.
yeah, you can't
But
just
still,
go and pay
though,
for stuff with
that's
cash.
even
You know what I mean?
even worse though. If you, but still, like, I get that, but clothes is something you should not finance unless you absolutely have to. Like,
I mean, no. We're not talking about
that's
regular
something
stuff like
I
that.
just disagree on.
Yeah.
Like, is you getting a Home Depot, not Home Depot, but like
Now, you did
a
say Home
Belts
Depot.
credit
I was
card,
like, man, when they start selling clothes at Home Depot?
like a Belts credit card. Don't, if you can't afford to go to Belts to buy clothes, you shouldn't be getting a credit card there buying them clothes. I just don't believe it.
But
I mean, I have to disagree
something.
because I know a lot of people that got cards from clothing stores. You know what I'm saying?
I get it. Yeah,
but they do have the money to pay it. That's the difference. It ain't like they go and get it, go use it, and can't pay it.
Now,
they
if
go and
it's like
get it,
no
use it,
basically,
and can pay it.
what you were
interest
saying
or
was like
something.
in 2 weeks, just pay it off, just get it right then.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you,
Yeah.
okay, let's say, okay, I'll give you a prime example, right? Me about to start back to school, right? Let's say she needs a whole winter wardrobe. Do I have the money to go and buy her, $300 or $400 worth of stuff? No,
that makes
right?
sense.
So I can use my Children's Place card, go and buy her a whole winter wardrobe, spend $200-300 on it. You know what I'm saying? But the difference is I have the money to pay it off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can pay. I could on a paycheck I could drop $100. The next paycheck I could drop another $200. You see what I'm saying?
That's a different situation.
It's a revolving door.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
That's different right there. You're right, because it's just like you said, hey, I don't got the money today. I'm going to go ahead and get this now, and then I can pay it in 2 weeks, but I'm not paying extras on it. Like, I'm not paying extra money on it for clothes.
So a lot of people don't.
I can pay it off for a month, and I don't owe extra. I mean, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Some people use, I mean, that's cool. I'm just saying, like, if you're looking at it like what bad credit and good credit is, I mean, say you can use the credit card to buy clothes. I mean, it's not wrong.
It goes back to what you were saying, though. It goes back to what you were saying in the beginning. You want to have more money to be able to pay it than what you paying to people. You want more money, more income, lower debt. You see what I'm saying? So if you have more income and low debt, you can go and use a credit card because you can pay it out. Because sometimes, man, bro, you might have a bill, due, or bill pop up. And your kid need clothes, or you know what I'm saying? You need whatever you need. You swipe that credit card, you pay what you got to pay with your cash. Next time you get paid, you pay on that credit card.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? You want to keep that.
You're right. So you put it in the category. That's a category of emergency. So credit card is used for emergencies too. So that's pretty much considered emergency. So if you put it in that emergency category, it makes sense because that's considered emergency. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, I go for it. I don't use my credit card. I mean, I try not to use my credit cards, period, point blank. But a lot of the times I use mine because it's stuff I want, and I got other stuff that I got to take care of. So, okay, and I will give you a prime example. This morning, the stuff for the kids next summer, I just use my card to pay that off, like $1,100. But I know by the time that time passes, way before we even get there, it's gonna be paid off. You know what I'm saying? So as long as you use the card and pay it, it's not. Me personally, I don't think it's a problem. Now, a lot of people that can go in there and go in the store and buy stuff, fresh out. I mean, with money, you know what I'm saying, right then and there. You know what I mean? Like that perspective is different. But for somebody like me, if it's something I want or I need or an emergency, sometimes I can't just go and just drop five. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
definitely. I get you. I mean, like you said, I mean,
but,
we can pay it back. That makes sense. But
if I use a credit card, like I'll give you another example. I had to get a new laptop today, right? So I can swipe my credit card for $500-$600, but I guarantee in 3 months it'll be paid off. You know what I mean? You want to give yourself a time on these credit cards. You feel what I'm saying? Don't swipe and then take forever to pay it, because that's gonna hurt your credit. But you swipe it, pay it. It's like a revolver door. If you swipe that bad boy, you need to keep paying on it. You know what I mean? But like I said, like not everybody can just go in there and just drop big money on. You know what I mean? On the stuff that they want or need. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, I ain't gonna lie. I am a fan of layaway. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of whatever I gotta do. You know what I mean? To get what I need or want. You feel me?
Yeah.
I know a lot of people that do not like layaway.
Yeah. Like I said, it's
I will put something on layaway in a heartbeat. Play with me.
That's old school.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. You can go to the next question.
We're going to get to our final question for the night. We definitely going to come back in and talk a little more about this later.
Mm-hmm.
But my final question for the night is, what motivated you to change your life? We'll start with you first, Rob.
Man, you grew up with me, so you know what motivated me to change my life. And we was dirt poor, man. I mean, a lot of the people that's close to me, there's only a couple people that know my story, so our story. I put it out there. I mean, you know how we grew up? We was homeless. I mean, we lived in shelters, we lived in churches, we lived in the car. Well, we was living in the car before you came along, Cameron. So
I remember living in the car now. I remember those days, man.
James had an old.
That's how we live. So
Chris, you remember that? You remember that Trans Am? I mean that. You remember that Firebird that James had? That white one? Yeah, we lived in that one.
I remember the van we all slept. I remember. I was 5.
Man, being split up and having to be fostered by other families. Like we came from below
the bottom,
the bucket.
When
we looked up, we seen the bottom of the bucket. You feel what I'm saying?
Tell them people don't know. Like when we tell people, they really don't understand. Like they really don't understand. They don't understand, bro.
You know what? It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people that cannot have walked what we went through,
man. It's like you can't even. You can tell me, but you ain't gonna feel where we coming from, man.
Nah,
you feel me?
Man.
You ain't gonna feel
me.
A lot of people ain't gonna understand.
It's like it's actually like a book. Because you see it in movies and stuff, and you think, oh man, but when you actually live that life and you bouncing around from place to place,
we didn't get to that. Look, bouncing around from city to city.
No, I'm talking about sugar for eating packs of sugar. I'm talking about,
bro,
fucking
man, sugar sandwiches. Oh no, Cameron, hold on. I got you beat. James going to fast food restaurants begging for food.
Yeah, I remember.
For us to eat.
Yeah, we ain't have.
You know what I mean?
I'm talking about. We starving so much, we about to collapse, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We grew up bad, man. Like we grew up terrible. That is the motivation.
That's it. There you go. And people don't understand that. They be like, why does dude go so fucking hard, man? Everybody
we ain't trying to be broke no more.
No, but you know what? It makes you stronger. It makes you feel like I was just talking to some people at my job about this, and they was just like, how did you, or how are you where you at right now? I said, it makes you stronger. My kids ain't gonna never,
ever in life know how I feel to go 2 and 3 days
bro.
eating what we call sugar water, and you got to pretend like
Exactly.
it's steak. My kids will never understand what that shit means. Never in life,
Never.
man.
Yeah,
Never.
people
You
don't
know what's crazy?
understand,
I
man.
was just telling Mia, I was like, yo, you in your 7 years, almost 8 years on this planet, you have done more than I did as a kid
My whole
when I
life,
was a
right?
kid.
Yeah.
Bro,
My whole life.
we didn't even know what Universal Studios looked like.
What?
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Hey,
We wasn't,
It
man.
was imagination.
I,
It was dreams, man.
I'm gonna be
Yeah,
honest.
It was,
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I probably still to this day at 40 years old would not know if Keisha didn't say, "Look, what do you want to do with your life? Do you want to just sit here and stay in one state, or do you want to actually do something with your life?"
exactly. That's a fact.
That's how I got to Universal. That's how I started jumping in the caves. That's how I started doing
yeah.
stuff because it's just like, you know what?
Hey,
Honestly,
you see,
I have never. I have been in relationships where it's just like I know the drill is like
Right.
I'm gonna get cheated on. You're gonna do me dirty. But when I learned, and Chris, this should be a segment too. Uh,
Oh, yeah.
I was never a female has never said what was said to me. She was just like, I want to know what you want out of life because I want something, and it changed everything. And I was just like, I've never had nothing.
Yo,
So
let me tell you about my sister, man.
hey, you see what Keisha
Let
just
me tell you
said?
about my
She
sister,
said
man.
split the biscuit
for
6 ways.
real,
Yeah.
Split
Oh,
the
that's real.
Yeah,
for
that
real,
That's
was
real.
man,
how we
for
split
real,
it.
man.
That's
I
real.
That was
never
heaven.
forget.
Man, look, I remember when Keisha came to live with this one I lived in Cary. Keisha came to live with Keisha had 2 jobs. She was a lunch lady and then she worked at the nursing home. You know what I'm saying? And she was pregnant. You know what I mean? So she was out here working 2 jobs, going to get it. You know what I mean? And she eventually got the apartment. I can't remember what it was. I think it was it Washington.
Yeah, Washington
Uh,
Terrence. Yeah, I was
Yeah, she
there
Washington,
got
too.
that
Washington
apartment.
Terriers.
Yeah, she started here and she worked her tail off, and she is where she at now. You know what I mean? And at the
Mm-hmm.
time, the person I was dating, trash bag. I shouldn't. That's a whole other story. You know what I'm saying? But she always complained. How your sister get this? How your sister get this? She was always jealous. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, yo, my sister's going out working to do what she got to do. You know what I'm saying? And that just comes from being
Yeah,
motivated from
Mm-hmm.
how we grew up. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes we do got his downsides. You know what I mean? Because you be like me personally, I do find myself still sometimes in survival mode where
yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
I
I
do
do
too.
things
Yeah, so she be like, "Why you eat like
unconsciously.
you poor?" Like I eat Vienna
Yeah.
sausages and oodles and noodles. So like, you know, it's like I'm in prison. I just
Bro, you by yourself on that one.
Nah, I ain't never picking up. I'm never picking up
word up.
another Vienna sausage can again in my life.
Bro, being broke.
I'm never doing it
Man,
again in
bro.
my life.
No more
I'm never
noodles.
picking up another can in my life.
No more noodles.
She be like,
I don't want to see it.
you know, we got money. I'm like,
I don't want to
no.
see it, man.
But see, sometimes for me, man, like in the back of my head, it's just like, man, I might have this bill that pop up, and you know, the majority of my free money goes to Mia, my wife, you know, and Jay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In the house, like stuff we need in the house. I rarely will buy stuff that I need or that I want. You know what I mean? So a lot of times when I do buy something that I want, like I ain't gonna lie, I have buyer's remorse because I'm like, man, you know,
Oh
I
yeah.
might need
After
this.
you
I
get it,
might need, you know what I mean? It's just
yeah,
it's just being in survival mode all the time. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And like I said, it's a
Yeah,
good thing, but it's a bad thing. You know what I mean?
yeah, it is.
Because it
It's
can
like a blessing and a curse, man.
curse.
Because it's
Yes,
like
sir.
you can never like, you know what I'm saying? Just like, you know, it just, you know, and then it's like, nah, stop, man. It's like you
Yeah, man.
can't take
Yeah, it's
yourself up
stressful,
there.
man. It's
Yeah,
stressful.
nah,
You know what I mean? You know,
Hey,
yeah,
check
so
nah.
this out.
you know,
Um,
it'll be in a survival mode will it will definitely put some stuff on your mind. I don't talk about it, you know what I'm saying? I just keep going, do what I got to do, but it can be stressful, man. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
but it's just coming from where we come from. We come from trash. We come from nothing. We come from dirt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like I said,
What you
Yeah,
got,
I know,
Chris?
man.
Hey, check it out though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to cut it short, man. But are y'all gonna be available tomorrow? We can do a part 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cause my
Yeah.
phone's at 8%, so
Oh. Okay.
yeah.
go ahead and
We,
cut it short and bring you guys back on tomorrow. What about 5 o'clock?
5 o'clock. We'll do 5
That'll
o'clock.
work.
All
yeah,
right,
just let me know. I'll be on here.
All right.
got it.
We can
Cool,
talk
cool.
about it.
So, this is part 1 of business information.
Cameron, talk about it.
This is
I'm always ready to talk about it. Let's talk about it, man.
Tomorrow, 5 o'clock. We'll see you then. All right, y'all.
all right.
All right, man.
Peace.
Peace out, man.
Peace, peace, peace.